Hey, it's A Nikki B on the scene, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another beat with me. So this is just one of those random rant kind of videos, or venting, ranting, chatting, because it's not really much of a rant. I'm not like upset or anything, but so basically I'm just talking about a lot of people just stealing content. Like, I be on TikTok quite often, probably a little more than I should be, and I've just been noticing a lot of people just stealing content. It's like no one wants to be original anymore. Like, what's the point of starting a page, building your following just for you to just be a liar at the end of it all, when people start to catch on to the content that you're pushing and it's literally bar from bar from another person? And I'm just like, what's going on? Nobody wants to be original, but people wants to be original. Get what I'm saying? Like, people want the original title without actually doing the original work. And it's like people are trying to fight to be unique. And it's like, you don't need to fight for uniqueness, because unique is literally in the word. It's unique, it's different, it's a one of a kind. You can literally become that just by being yourself, you know? And I know it sounds kind of cliche when I say that, like, oh, you just gotta be yourself, but that's literally what it takes. If you are yourself, you're gonna be unique, you're gonna be different, you're gonna be original, and you don't have to literally fight to be that. You don't have to steal other people's content. Like, the other day, I was on TikTok, and this man, he was talking about whales, something educational about whales. I already don't know or remember really what he said, but he was saying some interesting fact. Just after that, I see his video again, but this time he's reacting to somebody else who stole his video bar for bar. Like, how you copy an educational, like, video? This lady practically took his video bar for bar about whales. If you wanted to talk about whales, you could talk about whales. If you have an interest in whales, then you have an interest in whales. Why did you have to steal this man's words in order for you to create your content? And it sucks, because these would be the same people that be getting, you know, more traction. They get a lot more, you know, they get more engagement and everything. People are looking at their videos versus the originator. And it's like, the originators, they don't even get a lot of shine, or people won't even know that these were the people behind the virality of these other people. And once we start to see the original people, it's like, oh, this is where it really came from, and they don't get credit. Another video, this girl, she was literally, in her original video, she was just talking about, like, what she likes, I guess, in guys who wear locks and everything. And then she basically was talking about how, like, they get like a tape up or a shape up, whatever she said. You know, she was talking about her interest, whatever it was, hair on these guys. And this other girl, again, took the video bar for bar and did the exact same thing that this other girl did. Like, do y'all really sit here and watch these videos? Like, do y'all really think before y'all post these? Y'all really sat here like, I'm gonna copy that. You have a camera, you got a brain, you have a social media platform. You don't need to steal somebody else's content. And it's like, y'all not even stealing content like it's a skit. Because when it comes to skits, now it's a little thin line with it, because one can argue that everybody's copying each other when it comes to skits, especially, like, for example, if we do like teacher skits and stuff like that. At this point in time, everyone's going to have the same idea. And even if I were to come out with a teacher skit, you best believe somebody has already brought that idea to the table, and I'm probably like the millionth person that's going to put this out there. You know, so at this point, it's all about how you do it. You know, do you do it differently? What's different about you? Da da da. So when it comes to skits, I feel like I said, it's a thin line. But if we're talking about something that maybe somebody's talking about something educational, or somebody is talking about whatever their thoughts about something, it's like, why are you sitting behind your phone copying them? It's all because everyone wants to go viral. Again, everyone wants to be original, or at least they want to be known for their original work until you get called out for it. And then there was another video, and I hope I find these videos, because I'm just now thinking of all these examples. But there was like another video of this guy who was literally stealing the voice of another content creator. Well, I don't even know if they're a content creator, but they on TikTok and they be singing and stuff like that. And he sung the song, I think one of the Whitney Houston songs, and he took that guy's voice put it over his videos, and he just lip synced it. And, you know, I guess he was playing the piano and just basically made it look like he was singing, but the voice was stolen from another content creator's video. And I'm just like, I don't get it. And it just upsets me because these are people who, or at least most of these people, I'm not gonna say all, but most of these people have worked hard to post their content. You know, some of us are overthinkers. Like for me, it takes me a while before I actually post something. Like I gotta think about, you know, everything I'm gonna talk about, all the skits I'm gonna do. I try to label things, not really label, but write things down and stuff like that, and make sure it's coherent, you know. And I do a lot of thought processes in my mind before I actually create anything, and, you know, all that extra stuff. And I know what it takes to think of something, execute it, and hope for the best and everything. Like, it's a lot of work that goes into just creating content. To see other people's work just taken like that, and again, they don't get the credibility, you know. And even when the people get called out, a lot of times they don't apologize for it. They're gonna still keep doing the same thing, and they're just gonna get more traction than another person. It's like, it's just unfair, because once people catch on, oh, trust me, them people be deleting videos, they be blocking pages, all this extra stuff. Like, they're gonna feel embarrassed, okay? They're gonna get embarrassed. So just the best thing you can do, like I said, just be yourself. And like I said, ain't nobody gonna steal content for me. Cause what you gonna steal? What you gonna steal? I have too many mannerisms from somebody to even copy me. Like, it's too many. Like, you can't get the cadence down. And it just reminds me of the time. And this was like way back in high school. Like, I'm talking about, I think this was like sophomore year. And this is when I was in my early stages of like YouTube, and me I was like, I want to be a famous YouTuber, all this extra stuff, whatever. I mean, I still want to be a successful YouTuber, but it's more chill now. But back then, I was like, I'm going to be a great YouTuber or whatever I wanted to be. And I was doing a bunch of skits, like on Facebook. I was posting it to YouTube. Like, I was going crazy. Like, I earned my first 100 subscribers on my own just by doing that. Like, I was low-key building a following, but I, like, got stopped. Not because anybody stopped me, but because I didn't have, like, the tools to just keep going. Like, my phones was just terrible. But anyway, I remember I did this skit, and it wasn't no grand masterpiece skit. I just did it with some ramen. It was like a ramen noodle skit or whatever I did. And somebody in my theater class had seen my video. They liked my video, whatever, right? And this person, literally within that same week, he copied my video. And it was practically almost bar for bar. It was like a remix, like a bar for bar remix. I remember I confronted him about it. I was like, yo, like, and it wasn't on some like, oh, give me credit, because guess what, like, I listen, I ain't no famous YouTuber. I wasn't nothing like that. Who am I? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I wasn't trying to come from that place, but it's just like, at least give me a little credit. Like, where you get that from? I was like, yo, like, where you get that? You know, you low-key buying on my video, whatever. And he was like, oh, I'm not buying over your video, this and that, this is my idea. I was like, boy, you got the same ramen noodles pack. It wasn't even a different ramen noodles pack. You know how they got the orange, the red, the blue? It was the same red pack. You went to the store and bought the pack. And I remember I pulled up my video, I pulled up their video, and I compared the two. I was like, he bit off me. And he was lying, saying I stole it from him. And I was like, wow, how did we get there? We had this mini beef. Because I'm like, you dead taking my content. He, at that time, he had about like maybe 400 and 500 subscribers, like around there. Okay, he also wanted to be a YouTuber, but that ain't going too well for him. But at that time he had that. So in my mind back then, I'm thinking like, oh wow, like, you got a little following count, you're a small YouTuber, and you're stealing content for somebody who's just literally trying to make it. And I was just trying to get him to understand the principle of the matter. Like, I didn't care about the video. I didn't care if you wanted to, you know, I didn't care if you was inspired by it. Like, it's one thing to be inspired, and it's another thing to just copy. He just straight up copied, did not give credit, wanted to be an a-hole about it. And I'm just like, you're literally taking from people who you view lesser value than you. And that's how I feel about these content creators of today. Not even content creators, these stealers of today, that they take from people who they believe is lesser value because, again, they're looking at the numbers, or they're not getting this and that, or no one's going to find them, and they just take. And that's really the kicker. Like, you're taking from people who are just trying to make it. Please stop stealing content. You guys have to do better. Like, if you don't have anything original to post, if you are just not a creative person, then maybe this is not the art form that you need to be stepping into. Maybe you need to step into something else. Maybe you need to be behind the screens or something. But you don't need to be creating skits or anything else, because if all you're gonna do, like I said, you get your little notepad and you start stealing from other people, then it's like, what's the point? Because once somebody finds out what you're really doing, you're gonna lose everything. Thank you guys for listening to my TED Talk, and I will be back again with another video.